Okay, it's been a very hot minute since I last recorded a video, going back several months ago now, last year when I had to prioritise my time to a few family matters and a couple of other things over DCS and having fun on the computer, which is kind of still my situation at the moment, unfortunately. I am hopeful to get back in at some stage the next few months, but until it happens, I just got no promises I can keep, unfortunately. You better believe when I do get the time I'll be back in because I am chomping at the bit, let me tell you. I haven't actually loaded up, what was it, 2.8 or 2.9, the last big update. So yeah, long time between drinks and I've missed out on a lot. So yeah, fingers crossed. Did want to jump in now though quickly to address a couple of things. First of all, to wish everyone a huge happy new year. I don't think it's an official new year to the DCS and beyond video drops, and what a cracker of a video they put out once again. Thought I'd run through it one more time. I know everyone's seen it probably 100 times over. And I was watching the Mover and Gonky show during the week, which is always a great laugh and keeps your spirits up, that show. And they had Wags on again, and he was talking about the video and pointing out a few things I found interesting. So I thought I'd discuss that a bit. But before I do that, I just want to apologise again. I know I tend to go dark when I'm not flying, and yeah, I really do got to acknowledge that people actually watch my videos, and I'm very appreciative of it. Everyone that watches and leaves comments, and I very much enjoy the feedback. And I know I've gone a bit dark on it and missed a lot of comments in the last few months, so I very much apologise for that and just the lack of updating, letting everyone know I'm still kicking. I'll try get on, even if I'm not flying a bit more. But yeah, apologies on that front, but let's play the video, save you just staring at the screen and listen to me ramble. Because there is a lot coming in this year. Actually, how about we start from the start? That'll be even better. Professional as always. Start with a super carrier, which I'm sure is going to get its updates throughout the year. I reckon it'll still be next year before they finish it. I don't think it's a big team on that, but we'll see how they go. It's a new map underneath the Hornet there, and that is definitely a new map, the Afghanistan upcoming release. And I've got to say, it's looking pretty far along, isn't it? I know that's an airfield and they're usually the most detailed areas, but I don't think it'll be too far into the new year before we see the Afghanistan map. Don't quote me on that. Actually, we haven't even got the World War II Marianas yet, have we? So it's a bit hard to predict. I'll talk about more than the Marianas in a sec, but yeah, looking very nice, the Afghanistan map. As is that Chinook flying in. Cannot wait to get my hands on that. So let's pause it here again, because that's a very exciting shot for me. Anyone knows my videos knows I love my combined arms and spend about as much time on the ground as in the air in DCS. Just love driving around the map, so any updates we get for on the ground units is always welcome for me. And Wags was saying in that podcast that once again, he's reiterated that they're definitely looking at doing full fidelity vehicles long term in the future. So yeah, always great to hear them talking about that. I think it'll be a great combined arms simulator DCS. Anything you do on the ground also increases immersion in the air, I find. So yeah, bring it on. But yeah, he was even saying that in that video that we'll definitely be getting playable infantry at some point, or ground. Yeah, I think it was infantry he was saying. So I'm assuming first person, probably starting with just walking around your planes and whatnot. But first I really had anyone say that that's definitely going to be on the cards at some point. So yeah, that was very interesting to hear. And he was also saying this weekend we're going to be getting a newsletter talking about the updates to the animations with the infantry. So it might even be tomorrow. What day are we up to? But yeah, very soon. I'm kind of keen to see if there'll be anything in the newsletter about loading and unloading to choppers. I think with a Chinook, it's pretty much a must. They're going to have infantry in the back of the choppers and the Huey as well. Whether they'll be animated or just static, I'll take either at this point. But yeah, be interested to see if there's any discussion in that newsletter about that. Maybe not on the first release of the Chinook, but we'll see. But yeah, always good to hear updates on the ground. Coal map looking beautiful. Very detailed Afghanistan or Iraq underneath there. I can't remember which one Wag said that was. The LA7 flying by, the Corsair, which is probably my most anticipated module release this year. Or one of them. The Rocky Mountains under the Eagle, I think that was. Look at that.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Unwavering support.
Can't wait to get my hands behind the controls.
And thank you.
LA7 cockpit.
For making our dreams.
I think that's the Marianas. So I'll pause it there because that was Nick Gray in the background, and one of the videos I did watch in my absence was an interview with Nick Gray. I'm trying to think who did it. Might try to find it and put it in the description. But he was saying in that video that he was very much a part-time capacity up to about 5 years ago, where by necessity he had to come into a more full-time role. And I've got to admit, the last 5 years, DCS have just gone from strength to strength. I think the setup they've got and the cohesion with all the third-party developers, their own modules, the core engine updates, and all the work they're doing with the campaign, what do you call it, the mission editor and the campaign builders. Everything's just coming together, and the packages just never look better, and the future's, I think, very strong. And I think Nick's got a lot to do with that behind the scenes. I'm sure everyone else as well, but yeah, he's leading the ship very well, and I don't think he gets too many raps, so I just want to give him a quick shout out. I'm going to keep this paused actually, because the Corsair, like I said, I think it'd be the most anticipated of my releases this year, namely because we're going to get the SX carrier. Now, I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, Combat Flight Simulator 2, the Pacific Theater one, when I was younger, and I used to just, well, I don't remember too much of the combat, I've got to say. I just remember coming in on the back of the deck in the Warbirds on that, and I just loved it. And I used to do that hours on end, even when I was coming into the, a bit too early on the carrier and end up in the back of the deck. But yeah, to have a full fidelity Corsair and Hellcat coming in to be able to land on this carrier, I think it's just, yeah, it got me extremely excited. And I think you can even go on the elevators underneath in this one. So yeah, very, very keen for it. Don't know if these are new assets in the background with the boats. I always get confused what we've got in and what we don't on as far as the boats. Definitely some new World War II Pacific assets in the works coming in. That's one of the new maps under the Tomcat. I think that might be my new wallpaper for the next month. That's a beautiful shot with a side profile there of the Corsair. Mariana's map in the background. I've got a theory on the Mariana's release actually. I got a feeling that they're waiting on the Corsair, or the Corsair's waiting on the Mariana's map, one of the two. But I reckon they're going to be releasing it together, and I think that would be a good idea to bring the map out plus the SX carrier and the Corsair all together, so you got pretty much a Pacific theater to work with. We'll see if my theory plays out, but yeah, I think they'll do that. Maybe even a few of the Pacific assets coming in with it. The A6, which I'm sure will be flying at some point. Well, I know we'll be flying at some point by deep below. Just a pause here again. I know I'm doing a lot, but there's so much to talk about. The other Corsair, the A7, now this is flying very much under the radar, but this is right up there with my anticipated releases. I had a little model of it as a kid, and I just love the look of it. I don't know what it is, but it just looks super interesting and very unique. And looking at the cockpit, I think they had a little write-up on it, and I was reading about the ground radar, and I think the map they've got in there on the instruments. I think it's quite an interesting period to do with the technology advancing from the early jets. So I think it's going to be brilliant and a lot of fun to fly. And add to all that, it's a carrier-based aircraft. So yeah, bring it on. I'm just very, very keen for it. I think it's Ironworks Simulations. Don't quote me on that. Fly 9, I think it is, yeah. Some of these shots, I think the cinematography is on par with any medium we've got in film and TV as well. That's off to the video maker once again. Yeah, the Hellcat is coming, and Wags was saying in the podcast that Nick Gray actually flies these. I think him in the interview was saying that as well. So this will be probably their most detailed World War II plane to date, even though I thought the P-47 was pretty darn impressive. But yeah. And pausing again, we've got the new Pacific Theatre tanks, and in the background tucked away is the AI-0 that's coming in, which is great news to have that confirmed. And yeah, hopefully that's going to come in soon with the, like I said, the map and the Corsair. Maybe that's the reason they're waiting on, just to get that developed a bit more. What do you reckon? But yeah, Wags was also being a little coy when he said that we'll talk more about it later as regards to being flyable. So I reckon in the next year or so we're going to have an announcement where we'll be going to get a full fidelity 0 coming in, which is very exciting news. Phantoms, of course. Heapler is just going to step up everything with that one, I think, in regards to all the other module developers and the new things they've got coming in. So pause once again. This is a substitute for the Vietnam map, but the topic of discussion that Wags brought up was the Vietnam map, and in that video he was saying that he's still up in the air exactly how they're going to approach it, whether it'll be part of the new, the existing map technology, which he said would have to be updated a lot before they could do the Vietnam map. I think he was mentioning the water levels as far as the paddies and a few other things. So the current map technology would definitely need to be updated, but he also said it might end up waiting until the world map technology comes in, which I've got mixed feelings about. I do want to see them push towards the world map, and I'm excited to see what they come up with, but I am probably the biggest fans of the current maps we've got in the game. I just love driving around them. I think they're super detailed and very impressive, and it'll be a long time before I would choose a world map over a standalone one until it gets similar detail. But I know probably in 10 years we might have that detail, so yeah, they definitely need to be working on it. But I'm kind of hoping they release a Vietnam map as a standalone one first. Might be people have different opinions on that, but yeah, I just love the maps we've got already. Just love all the filters on these World War II shots there. Looks so realistic. That looks like a real ward shot, doesn't it? The F1. There's been a lot of updates to that since I've been out. It's a great module. And of course the Kiowa, let's not forget that. Probably equal to my most anticipated. I think every single thing in here is my most anticipated, including that MiG-23 we saw back there. And the interior of the Chinook, where's the infantry? It's got to be there, doesn't it? The obligatory rainy shot on the carrier that we always see. Always looks awesome. And the C-130 coming in, that's going to be very interesting to fly. New MRAP model, Apache, I'd love to get back into that. Movable trees, I haven't even seen that. That came in the last update. The rotor wash over them. Yeah, stunning. Absolutely stunning and awesome video work. And of course, we've got the announcements. Iraq coming in, which I'm assuming is going to be sharing a lot of assets with Afghanistan, so it might not be too far on the heels. I reckon they'll both be definitely released this year. I'll manage it. And of course the MiG-29 Fulcrum, which they did mention they thought that it would be able to get it in at some stage, and yeah, it's nice to have it confirmed, knowing how hard it is to get their Red 4 in the game. So hats off to them all for managing this one. Let's hope nothing happens in the meantime. We eventually get in the game. But what have we got now? The MiG-29, got the MiG-23 coming. We've got the MiG-21, we've got the MiG-19, 17 and 15, so MiGs all around. Just missing the 25, is it? But yeah, super excited to have a full fidelity Fulcrum in the game. I've got to admit, every time I jump into an FC3 jet, it doesn't take me long before I have the urge to click something, so I find it a bit hard. So yeah, great to see. I'm sure everyone's going to enjoy having more Red 4 to fight against. But yeah, what a video, what a year we've got, and pretty much any thing you click on. Oh, there's my Australian internet working for me. Yeah, pretty much everything you click on is a screenshot. That's just beautiful, and hats off to everyone in DD at the moment, because you're just killing it, and well, in a good way. But yeah, I'll leave it there because I sure you don't want to look at my loading screen. Yeah, there's a MiG-23, Razbam. They've had it in the works for a while, but yeah, I'm not sure how far along they are. Let's hope we get a few updates throughout the year. But yeah, just a huge thank you to everyone again for all the comments you left since I've been out, and hopefully I can get back in and do more videos, and yeah, I'll keep you updated as best I can. But until then, I'll stop rambling and let you all get going, and yeah, Happy New Year. Hope everyone else is healthy and enjoying flying themselves, and I'll see you in the next video.